everyone, and welcome to That's Ridiculous, the brand new podcast with me, Joe McElderry, and the icon, the legend, Grandma Hilda. How do you feel? We're here. Are you nervous?
Not really.
Not at all?
Little bit.
A little bit. Probably important to know you do have a little bit of an involuntary shake, but it's nothing to worry about, is it?
No.
And the doctor had some wise words of advice for you, didn't he?
Yeah, he said drink some whiskey.
Well, on that note, would you like a little whiskey?
I would.
We've got your lovely little decanter here. Do you like it?
It's very nice.
It's a lovely, if you can't see it, it's a lovely blue and gold decanter, and it's got little lines on it so we can actually keep a tab on how much you're drinking.
All right.
Right, I'm going to pour you one here. Here we go.
Whoa.
What? Too much?
That's enough.
All right, okay. No worries. Here you go. You can enjoy that while we sit and chat for the next... You can have a little sip if you want. So can you talk me through your outfit, please? Because you look very blinged up and you look fantastic.
What would you like us to see?
Describe what you've got on. Where did you get it?
It's my leisure suit.
Uh-huh.
One of them.
You do have a big collection.
Quite a few leisure suits. In the evening I sit in a leisure suit, and I've got leisure suits for work. And I'm doing my housework.
And working for me? You work for me?
When I work for you.
Yeah. But this one, just to explain if you can't see, she's got a very blinged up hoodie on, which is actually my hoodie, if we're being completely honest. But you seem to have stolen that. And you've got blinged leggings on, purple and gold blinged leggings, and also some matching blinged shoes.
Yes.
To note. But important to also note, as you very famously told me off, they're not pyjamas.
No, leisure suit. I mean, I wouldn't go to bed with this on.
No, that's very true. We should also explain where we are. So we are in my back garden in what we call the Deer Hut, which is in my hometown, well, our hometown of South Shields. We've had many a night in this Deer Hut, haven't we?
Yes.
Many a drunken night.
You were, but I wasn't.
Slightly tipsy?
Well, go on then.
Well, you said you've never had a hangover, have you, ever in your life? Never?
No, once.
When?
Oh, a long time ago.
I think that's a slight lie, but...
Cheek.
But anyways, what's South Shields famous for? That's what we want to know. Tell people what South Shields is famous for.
The beaches.
Uh-huh.
For me, anyway. Well, it's a lovely, clean town.
It is.
And they're very happy people.
I'm thinking of something else, though. Somewhere you go on a Friday after drama.
Oh, yes. That's my... Every Friday after drama, I go to Coleman's for fish and chips. I go to the one in Ocean Road. There's one on the front, but we go to Ocean Road because we'll get the pensioners' meal, which is very reasonable.
And what do you have? What's your go-to
fish
dish?
Fish and chips.
What type?
Cod. Oh, haddock's the favourite, but I always have cod and chips because it's the pensioners.
Oh, so you go for the cheaper option?
Cheaper offer.
Oh.
Less than £10 for your fish and chips and your cup of tea, and service with a smile. A good stuff.
I bet you they know when you lot are coming in there. I'm telling you.
They do.
Right, I want to tell everybody a little bit about what's coming up. So we're going to be challenging you, Grandma, with some dilemmas. A while back, I asked people to email in the dilemmas. So I'm going to read a couple to you and we're going to get your advice. So you're going to basically... Well, you are a wise woman, so you're going to inflict...
That's your opinion. Well, why do you not do what I tell you to do?
I do what you tell us to do. Do you not think I do, like?
You're a wise woman.
You are? No?
No.
All right. I'm also going to give you a word of the week. So I'm going to test your vocabulary out. Now, I know you're not really up with it on the text and slang, are you? You don't text people, do you?
No.
Why?
Well, because of the shakes as well.
No, but you didn't text people before that, if you're honest, did you?
No, because I could go round and have a coffee with them by the time I got a text done. I'm not a text person.
Does anybody send you texts, though?
No, none of my friends do. They ring me and I talked to them on the phone. And none of them texted.
So if I asked you a bit of texting slang, if somebody sent me something funny and put on the end of it, LMAO, what do you think that would mean?
I don't know.
Not at all?
No.
It means laughing my arse off.
Oh, I wouldn't be reading that anyway.
Why?
Honest to God.
Why?
It's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
It is. It is ridiculous.
So we're here. This is the podcast. What do you think?
Well, I think it's interesting.
Is it what you thought it was going to be?
No.
In what way?
Well, I didn't know what it was really. But it's very interesting.
So you've never listened to a podcast ever?
No.
No. I know what you do listen to. You listen to, what's that thing you listen to?
The Archers.
Yes.
I've listened to The Archers since it began.
Well, it's kind of like The Archer.
What a podcast like The Archer.
Well, yes, people will listen to this when they're doing their housework or when they're on a run or when they're going around. That's what a podcast is. This is it. You're like a modern day version of The Archers.
Well, I won't be wanting to listen to my boring life.
Oh, well. You signed up for 10 episodes now, so you've
It's not the same as the Ticky Talk thing.
No.
Is it?
No, TikTok.
Well,
not Ticky Talk.
I don't know what it is.
You've become quite a hit on social media. So people have really engaged with you on social media when I post you, and you actually get more attention than I do on my social media, which is slightly embarrassing. So I do want to know if you know, you've just listed one there, but do you know any of the other big, there's probably, I'd say 3 major social media apps that people listen to.
I don't know any.
You do. I've mentioned a few of them. So there's TikTok, or TikTok, as normal people call it. What, another one?
I know one where I spoke to you face to face. FaceTime.
No, well, FaceTime it's not a social media app. That's on a mobile. But there's another one similar to FaceTime.
No. No. You're hopeless, mime.
I was trying to mime a book there. Facebook.
Oh, Facebook.
Uh-huh. You've never used Facebook,
No.
though. Well, you did a Q&A with me
I
and
know what YouTube is.
YouTube, yeah. That's like for music videos and interviews and this will go on YouTube. So people will be able to watch you on YouTube.
All right.
And then there's another one.
Wycombe.
There's another one.
No. Instagram.
That's it.
What's that then?
So that's kind of like, how do I explain Instagram? It's kind of like Facebook, but it's more photos and videos, and you could put a story on. So if I filmed us in here now, I put a story on and I could tag you in it. You can share it on your post, people comment on it. But it's mostly like photos and videos.
Oh, I haven't got time for all that.
No?
I don't know how you get time to do all that, Joe.
Well, that's part of it. It's kind of a big part of the industry now. It's like social media is where it's at. That's where all your work comes from.
Right.
So when the offers come flying in off the back of this podcast, they can contact you on Facebook.
I'll believe you thousands wouldn't.
Now, obviously, I know you very well. We've been around each other quite some time. But I wanted to basically kind of ask you a few questions about yourself and let kind of everybody listening know a little bit more about you. Obviously, your full name, I only ever call you Grandma Hilda, but your full name's Hilda Joyce, born and bred in South Shields in 1934. What would be your, if I asked you your earliest childhood memory that you can remember?
Earliest childhood. The thing I remember more than anything, I was just talking about it actually to one of my friends, is during the war when the siren used to go off in the evening. I used to lie in bed and think, please God, don't let there be an air raid tonight, because you had to go in the shelter in the garden. And I was terrified of the earwigs. And it wasn't the bombs which you used to hear whistling around. It was the earwigs in the shelter. I thought they were going to go in my ear. So I was thinking, please God, don't let the siren go off. We're just talking about that. That's my earliest childhood.
So
memory.
how often would that happen? The air sirens?
Well, it was quite a lot.
Like once or twice a week, longer?
Sometimes more.
Really? And how long did that go? Like, what age were you from that starting to ending? If you can remember.
I was started in 1939. I would have been about 5. And it ended when I was 1945.
Really? So quite a while.
Uh-huh.
Do you miss anything from the 1940s and 50s, like, compared to now?
What do you mean, do I miss
Well,
anything?
like, I suppose, like, you know, maybe an appreciation of things or a simplicity of things. I feel like we have so much to probably my generation to mourn about, but you think like things like that, we've never experienced anything like that and don't have any level of understanding of what that would be like.
The thing about the years that we were young and the difference, I feel sadder for you than I do for us.
Really?
Because I think everyone was in the same boat. You know, wherever you went, everyone was in the same boat. But now, you have had much more than we ever did. But things are really hard for the young now.
Very true.
It's the world's change. I like my world better than yours.
And on that note, because you like your world, and we're going to do this every week, why I hear you ask is because you're the head of our family and you're always there with advice and support. So we're going to offer this out to everybody in Help Me Hilda.
Oh, for goodness sake.
So
They'll need help if they take notice of me.
So I'm going to read 2 dilemmas, and all you've got to do is be honest about what you would do in that situation.
Right.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll be quite good at this. You do offer good advice. Here we go. Help me, Hilda. My best friend introduced me to her new partner, who I've slept with numerous times. So, backstory. My friend has been chatting about this girl for ages, and she'd been so excited for us to meet. I was gobsmacked when I met them in a restaurant. It was a girl I went on a date with a few years ago. Actually, loads and loads of dates, and we had the most amazing sex. Oh, bit too much information. I was really keen on her, but we drifted. We all had a lovely evening, but it was awkward. I should have said something then or called her after, but I didn't. It's been a few more weeks now, and I'm not sure what to do. My friend is really smitten with her, but I know that telling her will put her off, and I really want her to be happy. What should I do?
She should have told her straight away.
Well, I did think that. The longer
and if they are happy, good luck to them, I say. But I think you would have to tell your friend straight away. Once the weeks go on, it gets worse and worse. And it would have given her a chance to decide how she really felt about the person.
Would you want somebody to tell you if you was that person in the situation with the
Yes.
new partner?
Yes.
You would?
I think the truth's the best.
But the thing is, the longer she's left it,
It's harder
it's
to
awkward now because the friend's going to go, well, why didn't you tell us a few weeks back?
Exactly.
Because I think if it was me, I'd be more annoyed that she hadn't told us in the beginning and left it a few weeks and I was developing feelings for this person.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So but then on the flip side, what if she breaks up with the girl off the back of it?
Well, she mustn't have thought that much of her anyway if she did it for that reason. So she's well rid of her.
Well, yeah, I suppose all in all, they're going to get an answer either way. But we say, tell the friend.
Say it straight away.
Tell the truth. The lie always catches you out.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that true? Right, next one. Help me, Hilda. I need your help. I've put my boss in an awful situation. I'm going to stay anonymous so I can say this. This is always slightly worrying when somebody says this. But I hate my manager. It started with him constantly calling me out in meetings, despite the fact that I'm always going above and beyond. I'm very late and I take my job and my work seriously, but he's always nagging and having a dig at me. It's getting embarrassing in front of other colleagues, and the other week I was so furious I did something I regret, and now I can't undo it. I signed him up on numerous dating apps, and I heard from his personal assistant that his wife found out. He's been off work for over a week. Have I gone too far?
Well, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, I'm just going to say I think you've gone way too far.
Definitely.
I don't think there's any way. I mean, that could ruin somebody's whole relationship, to be fair. And now the wife's probably not going to trust him, and he's done nothing wrong. Apart from being horrible to you, obviously, but I don't really think there's a way out of that unless
she knows where to get a gun.
Which we don't condone, by the way. But, no, that's bad. I actually do know, somebody who I know years ago did that, actually. They set up a dating profile on a site and arranged to, like, did a prank to a friend of somebody who I know. And I remember at the time saying, that's really cruel, actually. You shouldn't do something like that.
No. Because
the person thought they were going to meet somebody and then they were all stood at the door watching. Mm-hmm. And the guy was outside the door trying to meet this app. It was a little bit more of a, how do I say this? It wasn't a kind of app you meet on to date. It was for something else. But, bad times. But you don't have any understanding, do you, about dating apps? You didn't have that back in the day?
No.
Not at all. So what was dating like for you?
Well, you all went out to a dance or somewhere like that, and you met them each week. A crowd. You were in a crowd.
So was your first partner Granda Tom? Mm-hmm. So that was your first partner?
Yeah.
And how did you meet? Like, how did you first ask each other out?
At the dance.
How did you? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
No.
Did he ask you to dance?
No, he asked me to teach him to dance.
Was he a good dancer?
When I taught him, he was.
You are actually quite a good dancer, to be fair, so I can see why he would ask you to do that. But obviously you've never had Tinder or anything like that, did you?
No.
Maybe that could be an episode on the podcast where we sign you up on Tinder.
Oh.
Would you let us sign you up on Tinder just for a joke?
No.
Why?
Tinder?
Yeah.
No.
I'm guessing by your face you don't really know what Tinder is.
I don't.
So basically, we'd put your profile photo on Tinder. So we'd pick a nice photo of you. We'd put a couple of photos on, and then you go on the app and you basically swipe left if you don't like somebody and right if you do. And then the other person looks at you, and if you both swipe right, it matches you. And then you can have like a text. You'd have to learn how to text though, because you'd have a text conversation, and then you arrange to have a date. So
and all this is with a photograph.
Yeah. And a bio. You put a bio on of like your hobbies, your interests, what you're looking for in a man. So what could we put in your bio?
I'm not looking for a man, that's what you could put.
Hypothetically, looking for long-term relationship?
No. I'm just not looking for any man.
Not at all?
No.
Not a chance?
No.
No. Not even a hint of romance?
No.
For your 90th year?
No. I'm sorry, but no.
Oh, well. We tried. I mean, you do say that I can't get a second date.
Mm-hmm. Well, you told me that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's actually genuinely true.
Well, you're not trying hard enough.
Well...
Are you too fussy?
Slightly fussy. Have you got any dating tips?
I've got a few dating tips, but you wouldn't follow them.
Well, go on, give us them. I'll see if I'll follow them.
No, I'm not giving you advice on that.
Why?
Then I'll get the blame if everything goes wrong. You go and get your own dates. Just bring them to me and I'll look them over.
You can vet them. You can vet them to see if they're a red flag or not.
Worth it or not.
A red flag. Do you know what a red flag is? If I say, oh, he's a red flag.
Bit of trouble.
Mm-hmm. So, like, you normally now, if somebody's dating somebody, they'll say, red flag, if they do something that basically is like a no-no in the early stages of dating. Have you been out with any red flags?
No.
I have. Quite a few.
When you can't get a second date.
No.
Well, if it's a red flags just as well.
Right, are you ready for word of the week?
Right.
I think you're ready for this. So, every week I'm going to give you a word or maybe a saying that I want you to kind of work out what it means to check if you're down with the kids. Do you think you're down with the kids?
I don't know.
With a hoodie on like that, to be fair, you look like you are. So if I said to you, if I saw a man like skating down the beach, long wavy hair, shades on, looking cool on a skateboard, and I said he's very Aussie coded, what do you think that would mean?
Aussie coded.
Coded. You like a code. Coded.
Aussie coded. I haven't got a clue what that means.
Like if you look at him and you say, oh, he's very Aussie coded, or that's very Aussie coded.
I haven't got a clue.
Right, okay. Well, it basically means like...
Bright colour.
No, like the energy, the vibe. If he's given the Australian vibe, or if I said that... So, what...
Give me strength, the Australian vibe.
Yeah.
Have you been to Australia?
I haven't.
Well,
you
when
have.
you go, you won't see any vibe.
Did you not like Australia?
I do.
You do like it?
It was all right, but I never saw any Australian vibe.
Did you not? Well, did you not see any like nice, handsome men skateboarding,
Not really.
surfing in the sea on Bondi Beach?
Bondi Beach is tiny.
Oh, it's not very nice.
No, was the most disappointing thing I ever saw.
Sorry, Australia.
When you think of our beach.
Well, that's the chances of us being invited by the Australian Tourism Board.
Well, I'm telling you the truth. Australia's massive.
Right, but Aussie coded on another note means
Well,
like the Aussie vibe. But if I also said about this podcast, if we could code this podcast, what would we say it was coded? Something coded.
I don't know.
Like ridiculous coded? Whiskey coded? It'd definitely be whiskey coded, that's for sure. But also another one, if I said to you, brat coded, that's very brat coded.
Well, a brat used to be a little worky ticket of a child when I was little.
To those non-Geordies listening, a worky ticket is somebody who is a little bit naughty. If you want to say he's a worky ticket, it means he's playing up or being daft.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows what that means, outside of Newcastle.
Do they not?
I say that all the time and people always go to me, what does it mean?
Yeah, worky
So
ticket.
brat coded basically is not what that means now. It's in reference to a singer called Charli XCX. Do you know who that is?
No. You see, you live in a different world, Joe, to me. What you got to realise, I'm twice your age.
Twice. I think more than twice. You are turning 90 this year, though, aren't you?
I am, yes.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm just lucky I've lived this long, that's all I think. And I get up every morning and look in the mirror because I've got to, it's at the bottom of my bed. And I think,
So
oh
not
my
by choice.
God.
Not by choice.
Not by choice. And I look in the mirror and think, dear me, I'm still here. And I look.
You have a good time, though. Don't you?
Well, I've had a good life.
Yeah. I want to talk to you about television. I want to know what you're watching at the minute. I was going to say you might have seen Charli XCX on television, but I doubt if you don't know who she
Who's
is.
Charli XCX?
Charli XCX.
XCX. You know what I mean? Why, these abbreviations now, if you've got an illness, you've got all these abbreviations. You come out, you don't know what disease you've got. Why don't they just say the word?
Well, that's her name, Charli XEX. Sorry, XCX.
Well, I haven't heard of that.
Well, yeah, I think you'd probably quite like some of our songs, actually.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
You haven't had much whiskey, you can have a little sip.
Thank you.
I know you're at work, but you can. We'll allow you to have a little drink on the job here at McKeldry Productions. I wanted to talk to you about television.
All right.
I want to know what you're watching at the minute. Have you been? I don't watch it, but it's on telly all the time at the minute, and everybody's talking. You don't watch Love Island, do you?
No, definitely not.
Why?
I can't be bothered with Love Island.
Have you seen it,
I'm
though?
watching Heartbeat.
Is that still on?
Yes.
I used to watch that with you on a Sunday night, didn't
well,
I?
I'm down back round to what?
What, the beginning, when it first came
Yeah.
out? What channel's that on?
It's on ITV.
Oh, I've never seen that. So you don't watch Love Island. Have you seen Married at First Sight?
No.
No? You'd probably enjoy that, actually. That's where they basically pick somebody to marry, like, instantly, and they get married that day or the day after.
I won't enjoy that.
Why?
To pick somebody to marry for one night.
No, for the rest of your life, not for one night.
I know, but it take them longer to pick a hat. Honestly, fancy picking anyone that you're going to marry one night and you get, oh dear me.
Have you watched The Crown yet? Because I keep telling you to watch The Crown.
No, I haven't watched any of The Crown.
You should watch it.
I'm a royalist and I've lived all the years they've been on the throne, so half what's on the telly's not true.
But it is a very good series beyond that. Whether it's true or not, I think you'd really enjoy it.
I know, but that was our royal family, and I want to remember them as I think,
And that's
not what someone's writing down.
And that is me told. Right, well, we'll move on. I want to play a game with you now. Now, this is probably going to be quite funny. So we're going to give you some quick fire questions. I'm going to give you 3 questions, and you've got 10 seconds. First things that come off the top of your head. Do you think you can handle this?
I don't know, we'll see.
Right, I'm going to count the 10 on my hands, right? And I want 3 of my songs. Go.
The Climb. Oh, Joe. I know
You
them.
come on tour, you should know these songs.
I do know them.
When you're out of time.
I know, and I wouldn't care. That's not my favourite one, The Climb.
You don't like The Climb, do you?
That's what I believe.
Here's what?
That's what I believe.
Here's what I
Yes,
believe.
what I believe.
She knows it so well.
I do know the songs, but I forget things.
One more. The Climb, here's what I believe.
I can't. You put us right off now. I remember when I'm going to bed tonight, I'll say, oh, that was the song.
Ambitions.
Ambitions.
What is your favourite song of mine, by the way? I've never asked you that.
We're not The Climb.
I know you don't like that one.
I like Here's What I Believe.
Thank you. One I wrote. Right, are you ready for the next one? This is
Yeah.
going to be a funny one. 3 family members. Go.
My family.
Yeah. I would hope so.
Eileen Joyce, Christine Schofield, and Rachel Schofield.
Well, hey. There's a running joke in our family that Grandma basically goes through everybody's
name, I do. Everybody's name.
Before the actual...
Before I get to the one. And then it's the wrong one. But that's because I'm 90.
No, you're allowed to do it. We'll let you off.
Well,
If I've got as good as a memory of you as at 90 years old, I'll be happy. I'll be very happy. Right, last one. 3 shows that I've been in. Go.
Tommy, Joseph, and with the 3 lads. I forget the name of the show now.
Saturday Night at the Movies.
Saturday Night at the Movies.
Yeah, hey! Well done, Grandma. Well done. Right, we're nearly there. We've made it to the end of the first episode. But we are going to be back again next week. Are you excited to return?
Well, you don't have to worry about me. You'll be worrying about people who are watching. They'll think, what a load of rubbish.
Great. I'm glad she has a lot of, hope for this series. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that's listened to the episode. And please, if you've enjoyed it, please share it with everybody else. And if you haven't followed us already, please do, as it'll do wonders for us. You can follow us on social media, TikTok and Instagram at That Ridiculous Official. And you can direct message us with all of your questions and dilemmas. I'm sure they'll get wilder if they go onto social media. But before we go, it's the most important part of the show. So come and have a little cheers, please. Cheers. And it's your words of wisdom. Tell everybody, inflict your words of wisdom on the world, Grandma Hilda.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and that'll give you no scope at all.
And cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Amen. Thanks so much for listening again. This was a Mixtape production, and a big thank you to our amazing sponsors, South Shields Football Club and Coleman's Seafood Temple. I hope you have a great day and week wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and we'll have another episode for you next Wednesday. But until then, one, two, three, cheerio now.